What was that?
Hello. Hello. You know, we were sitting here looking at each other. We're like, it's so hard to believe that we're blood sisters. It's not like we have different parents. You know what I mean? Like, she's so like
You don't look like
paler
sisters.
skin and blonde hair, and it's. I understand some of it is bottle. Some of it is bottle, but she was blonde. She was bleach blonde hair, almost close to bleach blonde hair. As she got older, it got a little darker, but she was very dark or light hair, and I was always dark hair, and I have olive skin, and it's so strange that we're so different in skin color, skin tone, hair color. You wouldn't even really notice.
But that's one of the things I talk about.
Same family.
In the Creation versus Evolution series, because we talk about the genes and how people in the same family can be completely different. One with really dark skin, another with really light skin, and it's just the genes.
Yeah. And she kind of has the Irish, maybe the Welsh side.
Norwegian.
No, we don't have Norwegian in our blood. No, we don't. And I have more of the French, because we're half French.
Or Spanish.
No, we don't have Spanish blood. I'm trying to tell you that. Have we not had that conversation?
Mostly French and
Scottish.
Irish. And Scottish.
Papa was Scottish, Irish, and a splash of Welsh. And then Granny was French and another thing, and I'm not going to say it online. I just don't want to, because. Okay. Hi, Sachiko.
Hey, Sachi.
And
Jay.
And Jay. Hey, Jay.
Welcome.
What's up? What's up, you guys? Yeah, we're live. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Because it's over now. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you had a good one, because it's done now.
So, Adash and Sachiko. Adash
and Sachiko.
Yeah. Adash.
I hope we're saying it right.
Sachiko. Am I saying that right? Adash?
She calls you Sachi all the time, so
Sachi.
Now I'm starting to call you Sachi.
Sachi. She said very good. She said very good. No, she said very good. Adash. That's how you say Adam.
Adash.
Like the Americanized way of saying Adash is Adam.
Yeah. It's like Latin,
but in
instead of
Polish, it's pronounced Adash. And we had a very, very good laugh today on that.
So welcome, everyone.
Yeah, so welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend. Please, she said that is okay. I am Sachi. Okay, so would you kindly smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends, and make sure that you subscribe. No, that's not what I'm going to say. Please go over to Rumble and follow. So subscribing to the channel goes with YouTube, and follow goes with Rumble.
And just to let everyone know, we are going to be dropping off of YouTube later, because I've got some things to show you that YouTube and Google and they don't like. So we're going to be dropping that later in the show. But we'll let you know before we do.
Yeah.
So, but make sure you go to rumble.com/Bible prophecy and watch the live there, so you don't miss the end.
But she might want to do her little spiel.
Yes. Try not to laugh.
I'm going to try not to laugh. It's the same thing.
Hi, I'm Diane. And if you like me and you like the truth instead of people,
you need a little tissue. Get your tissue. She's been very, very silly and goofy today, I noticed. We are having a very good laugh. Okay.
Hi, if you like me and you don't like being lied to. You like the truth, and you have been all over the internet looking for nothing but the truth, and you can't find it anywhere. Well, I've got a place for you to go to. Go to BibleProphecyandTruth.com. If you like what you see, you have any questions, you have any comments, ask Dan. You can email him at prophecyandtruth@gmail.com. Or if you want to find some really great content, you want to watch our videos we have out there, there's all sorts of videos. Go to youtube.com/prophecyandtruth or hop on over to rumble.com/BibleProphecy.
And go to Godly Woman, Godly Wife on Facebook and click like that page.
Going across the banner on the bottom of the screen there.
Yep.
Thank you, Diane. Do it now.
Very good.
Thank you, Diane.
She's still living off the vitamins. She's starting to wear it. The vitamins are running out, so we need to send her. I wish I could send her a big old box of all kinds of stuff like magnesium and the liquid vitamins. She'd be so healthy. She'd be so
be bouncing out the wall.
She'd be bouncing out the wall. Her ad would like heighten and be like.
So welcome everyone. And
yes.
I already mentioned that we're going to be dropping off of YouTube later, so just a reminder of that. And I have I guess a request for everyone watching. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you the new website I'm working on, which is, I mentioned it before, videos.prophecyandtruth.com. And I gave up on the idea of having my own server because while I am a Linux guy and I'm a server engineer, I was a systems engineer for 20 years, working on Windows servers, but Linux is kind of the way to go when you're doing your own server for websites, and unless you really want to pay for Windows and server and maintain all that. Anyway, to make a long story short, because I'm making it a really long story, is that I gave up on the server idea because it's just too much work to try to maintain my own server. So I'm just using the Epic hosting that I have prophecyandtruth.com on, and I've created a subdomain there, and I'm just going to use that for my videos.prophecyandtruth.com, which I have working, and I've pretty much got it up and running. So I wanted to ask everyone who's watching this show, whether it's now or later, drop a comment in the comment section below after you look at the site and let me know what you think, because I'm creating a video streaming site so you can go watch all of our videos without having to watch ads. And on BibleProphecyandTruth.com, GoDaddy is really horribly ruining my website. It takes forever. Videos won't play. Stuff doesn't load. Until I get it moved off GoDaddy, videos don't work very good there. So, but here I'm creating this site. I'm using JavaScript and a little videos.js that works really well.
When I went on YouTube and watched my videos, I didn't get any commercials, no ads.
Yeah, and so on YouTube, I'm not monetized. So they don't have ads on YouTube. On Rumble, they just do it regardless. They don't care. So I would rather not have any ads of any kind. So that's why I'm creating this site, because I don't like to embed all of the YouTube stuff, even though I do, because YouTube's going to kick us off sooner or later. And so I'm creating this site to be totally ad-free, to have all the videos there, and then just have it I'm just going to maintain it as a video site for everyone and try to promote it. And I'm going to replace the video page on BibleProphecyandTruth.com and all that. So I know I'm going on and on and on about this, but what I'm asking everyone to do is just take a look at the site. I've got it kind of working. I've got like I know people use the audio only versions on the one that I currently have. People typically in low bandwidth areas. I know there's people in Africa, India, and all over the world that watch the videos, and a lot of them go to the audio only because it plays better. So I wanted to ask everyone if they would check out the site. Let me know what you think. I've kind of made it theme based, where it's, you've got different types of videos, and then I've got this little more like this button, basically, where you can just click that and go, and you can see more videos on the same type of theme. So if you would rather see like a list of videos with thumbnails, or if you'd want to have some kind of a little menu or anything like that, just drop your comments in. Let me know what you think, because I've got it, just theme sections, false religions, Jay's video, which is awesome. I wish everybody in the world would watch that.
Oh, we need another one, Jay.
Videos about Jesus and the truth. And like I said, you can click this more like this, and then I've got a series on Who is Jesus. If you've never seen The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel, go watch that, because that is awesome. And then some other truth. I'm going to be adding more videos as I keep building it. But then I've got like these little audio only stuff. Let me know what you think of that. If you would need the audio only, or if something like this would just be obvious to you without having the audio only. Would you know what that is, or would you think it just kind of looks weird?
I wouldn't know what it was. Yeah, we talked about that.
So that's why I added the audio only little graphic, and then more like this for prophecy stuff. I mean, there's gobs and gobs and gobs of videos that I've done over the years that just like this is the original video, the very first one I ever did. That's the one that got 20,000 views on YouTube, and then they deleted it. And that's when they algorithmed me out, where all of my users don't really get notified, except I think the new ones do now. But all of the old original users, I had like 600 users on YouTube, and none of them get any notifications ever since that. But anyway, enough of that. I just wanted everyone to just, if you wouldn't mind, go to videos.prophecyandtruth.com, drop comments in the comment section, or send me an email or whatever, and let me know what you think. If you like the theme base, if you think something else would look better, or if you like the little audio only stuff, just let me know what you think. So
anyway, so hi Jody, and hey Bob. Bob's back.
Bob and Jody, welcome.
Bob's back.
So what we're going to do today is we've got a number of articles that I'm going to, news articles that I'm going to talk about today. And thanks to Sachi for creating the fifth trumpet graphics that she already did, because that's what I used for the video today. And it actually is going to come right into play, because we're going to be talking about that because of a certain article that I'm going to show you. But I wanted to start with this. This is the link to not to be the article, and this is an actual video there where the New York City Council began its meeting praising Allah as the supreme Lord of the world. If you can believe that. United States, the New York City Council, government in the United States. Yeah. It's just, it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming. And this is the things, kind of the theme of today is what we're talking about, is Islam is going to rule the world. Islam is going to be the religion of the Antichrist. And it is going to be forced upon the world, which is what Muslims do today. They try to force everyone to become a Muslim or die. That's basically, your options. Or you can pay them the jizya. You can pay them to let you live and be their slave and that kind of thing. But so wanted to talk about that. And then this is when I'm going to actually play this video, because there was, I don't know, I'm sure everybody's heard that there was an attack on Jerusalem from Iran. They promised that it was going to happen. They mentioned it days ahead of time. It took hours for all the drones to get there. it's not, it was pretty much nothing, right? Because they gave them ample time to prepare, knew it was coming. They knew it was going to amount to pretty much nothing. So why did they do it? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good
Why did they do it anyway, knowing that it would amount to nothing? Well, Biden is telling Israel not to retaliate.
Yeah.
Well, Israel's going to retaliate.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to Biden.
And so I think, what I think is that they did it just because they want to escalate. They want it to go to all out war. I wanted to show you this because it's just a little shot of the actual Iron Dome working in Israel. Just a few seconds of it here. That's the siren blaring, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see all these missiles coming in, and there's about 1% of them got through, but then a lot of them are being taken out in the skies. So kind of interesting just to see a little clip of that. But one thing that I've got an article on here is that the UK, the United States, Israel, Jordanian, and Saudi forces all took part in intercepting the drones and the missiles. So this was not just Israel and the Iron Dome. This was a collection of powers
World War III.
that were involved in this. And like I said, this is what, Iran is now threatening the U.S. Don't retaliate, or there's going to be a larger attack.
Isn't this like the first time in a long like years since the 70s or whatever that Iran has actually done this?
Well, Iran has been attacking and lobbing missiles at Israel forever.
Well, I thought that
through
they were
Hezbollah,
using these
through
little
Hamas.
proxies, though.
They are. They definitely. This is the first time they've launched this major type of attack across the Middle East. Yes. So this is definitely something different than the usual.
Hey, Johanna. Hi, Paul.
Hey, nice to see you guys. They usually just attack through Lebanon and Syria, and their Hezbollah and Hamas through Gaza and the West Bank. But this is definitely something new. But here's the thing. Remember, we've talked about this a lot. The false prophecies that Satan set up in Islam. Part of the false prophecies that Satan set up in Islam is that there's going to be a war that will usher in the Mahdi.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is one of the things that Iran really wants there to be a war. They want to create World War III because they think that that's going to bring the Mahdi up from the well that he's hiding in, right? And it's because Satan knows prophecy better than anyone, and Satan knows that there's going to be a war that's prophesied in the Bible. It's called the sixth trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that it's going to be a massive amount of death and carnage from that. So he set up this false prophecy in Islam so that, and what does the Bible tell us? It doesn't tell us point blank, but what I believe the Bible shows us is that the Antichrist is going to use the aftermath of the war as his stepping stone to power, because he's going to come in the name of peace. And by peace, he will destroy many, is what the scriptures tell us. He's going to use peace to deceive and to climb his way to the top. And so when this war happens, he's going to use that as an excuse that, well, we need to have a new world order, and it's going to be me as the dictator, basically, is what he's going to do. He's going to have Satan, of course, that gives him his power. And then the false prophet is going to be doing miracles to support him and say he's he's from God. And Satan knows all this is going to happen. So he's got it set up so that the Muslims are waiting for their Mahdi to arise after a major war in the world.
Hey, David. Hey, the Red Pill 2024.
Hey, welcome. Good
I think
to see
you're
you.
new.
Hi, David, and hi, Red Pill,
and Bob is.
And Bob.
So we pretty much
everyone.
have everybody, but we don't have Raja. But everybody is in chat.
Amerigun, there's a couple people that haven't come on yet, but we'll probably see them later.
Nice to see everybody, though.
So, welcome everyone. And so this is the thing to remember. Satan has set up the false prophecies in all these false religions so that when the prophecies of the Bible come to pass, it's going to fool them 100%. They're going to think it's their prophecy and that the Antichrist and false prophet are their good guys, right? Mm-hmm. The Mahdi and the Muslim Jesus and the great monarch and the final glorious pope of Catholicism. And, all these religions are just going to think that it's their stuff happening when the prophecies of the Bible come to pass.
Yeah.
And this is what Iran is desperately waiting for the Mahdi to come out of the well. The 12th Imam is supposed to come crawling out of the well he's been hiding in for 1,500 years. Mm-hmm. And, he's going to come out and take over the world and establish the caliphate. This is the prophecy that Satan set up in that religion. Mm-hmm. And we can see them pushing for it. This is why they're doing this. They knew that all of their stuff would get shot down. They didn't care. Yeah, they're trying to escalate. Mm-hmm. Is what they're doing.
Well, they could have done way worse. They could have really, really tried a lot harder than that.
Yeah,
they knew that
this is all just a big show.
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of saber rattling, beating the war drums kind of thing.
And poking. They're poking.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's I know everybody's heard about that, so I had to talk about it. Definitely it's something to watch.
Well, they're saying that they're expecting for Iran to come back with something harder.
Well, Israel will retaliate.
Yeah.
Iran will come back again. It'll go to all-out war. So, but the problem is they're separated by many, many, many miles and countries in between. So that's the reason that Iran hasn't already gone to all-out war with Israel, is because there's countries in between them and they have to try to go across to get to each other. Yeah. So again, this is something definitely we need to watch for. So, and keep an eye on, see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Because we know World War III is coming.
Yes.
And we know that the Sixth Trumpet War is coming. That's what we know is coming. World War III is almost certainly going to be the Sixth Trumpet War. So I say that because of what the Bible says.
Yeah.
We know there's a war coming.
Bob says we know it will end up being an all-out war in the Middle East. The concerning thing is that Iran is very close to nuclear capability, and I know they will use it. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing that everybody's been watching for the last, couple of decades, is Iran has been trying to build a nuclear weapon. And, as soon as they have one, what are they going to do? They're going to lob it at Tel Aviv. They want to destroy Israel, and they want to start the war to bring the Mahdi. That's the whole Muslim population of the planet is waiting with universal anticipation for their Mahdi to show up. They're all talking about, we watched a video a little while ago. It's been a couple of months now, but of a Muslim talking about how the Mahdi's already here, and they're all just so, on fire for all this to happen because the prophecies that Satan set up in Islam are exactly what the Bible says is going to happen. That the Antichrist is going to create a one world religion. Mm-hmm. And everyone's going to be forced to take the mark or the number of his name, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to have to pledge an oath to this new world order that the Antichrist will set up and convert to Islam, or at least pledge and make an oath and submit to Islam. That's what it's going to be. They're going to create a one world religion. Catholicism, as we've talked about recently, is not going to team up with Islam. even though interfaithism is all about everybody worshiping the same God. No, Islam doesn't believe that. They're just playing along because, yeah, everyone's going to submit to Islam. Catholicism will submit to Islam.
Yeah.
And it will be the false prophet that causes the world, those that don't love the Lord Jesus and don't understand what's going on, will be fooled by this 100%. Everyone will.
Yeah.
So, and then this was an interesting one. So there's some kind of disease caused by rat urine in New York.
Are they talking about rats like the people in their government, or are they talking about the literal rodent?
Well, I'm sure it's the literal rodent.
By the government's urine.
Yeah. But, New York is just,
they've fallen. They've fallen.
I would hate to live there. I'd be moving if I lived there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they are. And they're all heading towards us.
I know. And then another one. I know there's a lot of talk about, what do they call it? Chemtrails and all that. And, they have been experimenting with seeding the skies with different things over the years. But here's one that's brand new. In fact, they just did this. And I think they even did it during the eclipse, where they actually conducted an experiment in the skies, seeding it with this aerosol, trying to see if they could create clouds to block the sun.
Yeah, but didn't they do something during the eclipse?
That's what I just said.
Oh,
I think this was during the eclipse. Bob's
things. So I didn't hear you say it.
Pay attention, honey.
I am, but I got to pay attention to my people.
Yes. Yeah, I said, this is what I believe happened during the eclipse.
Bob.
No,
he's
so,
not like that.
So this, I mean,
be a regular Bob.
They're going full force with this. And remember, we've seen, that's coming up. We've seen article after article after article published by scientists, and thousands of them signing on to these articles saying that global warming is a farce. They're faking the numbers. They're saying there's temperature, readings from places where they don't have any measurements. There's all kinds of lies. There's just blatant fraud going on with this climate change farce. And it's all about control. It's not about saving the planet. It's not about, what they want to do. What they've tried to do over the last 4 years is they really want to kill off a lot of us because, just like their 10 commandments of the New World Order that they destroyed, the Georgia Stones, the first law, first commandment of the 10 commandments is to maintain a population of 500 million. That means they have to kill like 7 billion of us in order to reduce us to that. And they've, the only reason they haven't succeeded better than they have, I've mentioned this every time we talk.
God says no.
God has his hand in the way.
Yeah.
And just like it says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, that it's not going to happen. God is not allowing it to happen until he saves as many of us as he possibly can.
Reminds me of that movie, that old movie, Soylent Green.
Oh, I know. I thought about that.
They're getting rid of a lot of the people in the world because they were.
Yeah, to create sustainability.
They fed people.
Come to find out, they were
eating
humans.
Yeah,
I remember watching that movie. You and I probably watched it together. We were little girls.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies over the years that really have, talked about what they're doing right now. Yeah,
it left an impression.
But this is the thing. God is not going to let it happen until it's time. Mm-hmm. And God has a penny ultimate moment where it's going to be perfect timing, because what did Jesus say? Jesus said that there would be no flesh saved.
Yeah.
If the days were not shortened, there would be no flesh saved, but the days will be shortened for the elect's sake, because God is going to save as many of us as he possibly can before he allows all of these crazy, wicked, evil things that they want to do to happen. And then he's going to return and put down the governments of men and take over in the flesh. Yeah.
You know, Bob's right. He said Soylent Green is people. I know. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, moving on.
I forgot what I was going to say, but it was really important.
So,
Bob, shh.
So,
it's his fault.
So this is ridiculous.
Interdimensional.
And I say ridiculous because, they're saying UFOs revealed as CERN tries to unlock the God particle, blah, 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 this crazy, ridiculous stuff they're doing. Well, you know what? I want to show, yes, aliens and sightings of UFOs, they're demons. And I want to invite everyone, this article right here, I've got, it's a long URL, I know, but if you go to BibleProphecyandTruth.com, we'll start here, and go to the newsletters archive under the notes menu, and click for the list, and then search for alien. And you got to type it right, though. You got to be a better typist than me, because I'm not typing alien. There we go. And you'll come to this, are there aliens in the Bible article? Now, there's a video right at the top where there's an astrophysicist that is interviewed in this article, where he actually fell into the job of being the one that went and investigated all of these alien sightings and UFO sightings for a university. And he ended up going out and investigating hundreds and hundreds of these reports. And what he said was 99% of them can be explained away by some natural phenomenon or some, it was just something, it wasn't real, but there's that 1% residual that can't be explained away. And he said there would actually be crash sites where people would say they saw a UFO crash, and they would go to the site, and guess what? There would actually be impact in the earth. There would be, what you would expect. The vegetation was squashed, was crushed, and there was evidence of an impact, but there's never, ever, ever been any evidence of the actual craft that crashed. There's no artifacts there. There's nothing except evidence of some kind of impact.
People just believe this stuff without actually asking themselves,
what is this?
Yes. Do I have to prove this?
Yeah, and what this guy talks about is that people do actually see these things, but they're not UFOs. They're not aliens. They are demons pretending to be UFOs. If you believe what the Bible says, angels can appear in pretty much any form they want.
Yeah, they can.
The evil spirits that are in the earth, confined to the earth until the day of judgment, can appear in any form that they want. They can appear to be a flying saucer. They can appear to be your dead loved one. Yeah. They can appear to be an alien.
Ghosts.
And there's people that do like this automatic writing where they get possessed, basically, and it's supposed to be these aliens that are giving them information. Well, the funny thing is that a lot of this, in fact, the vast majority of this stuff, this automatic writing is denouncing Jesus Christ for some reason. Why would aliens care about Jesus Christ?
No.
Demons certainly do. But a lot of it's just, what it is people being possessed by these spirits.
Yes.
And they're evil spirits. They're demons. They are not aliens. And so please do check out that video and check out the stuff. And you know what? Why is Satan setting us up? Why is Satan setting us up for aliens? Because Satan knows there aren't any aliens. So why would he be setting us up for aliens?
So
because the fifth
we
trumpet.
don't believe in God.
Well, it's part to just create confusion and create, belief in the evolution and that there's got to be other life out there. And so, there's got to be aliens and all that. But what he's really doing, the secondary thing to this, or maybe the first, and that's the secondary, is that he's setting up the world for the fifth trumpet.
Yeah.
Because if you read Revelation chapter 9 and you read about what these things are, they have tails like scorpions, they fly around, they're some nasty looking creatures, and this is what he's setting up the world for, because the fifth trumpet is a major warning from God. Yeah. The first four trumpets are kind of just like warnings, wake up world, wake up.
What's going on?
But then the Bible tells us that the fifth, sixth, and seventh trumpet are the three woes. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the next three trumpets, which are yet to sound. And it's the fifth trumpet is the first of the woes. And it's going to be a major event that nobody's going to miss. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a woe to the earth. And it's going to be these creatures, and these are some just artist renderings of what people's thoughts are, what these things would look like.
I can't wait for Sachi's rendition.
I know,
because she's
cool.
This is her next thing, and
look,
see, I like those.
This is my favorite because it really does look like a locust. It's got a scorpion's tail. It's got wings. It's got like the face, lion's teeth, and all that stuff.
David said, I wonder why these things have crowns.
Yeah, and it's probably not going to be an actual crown. It's going to look like a crown.
The Bible says like a crown.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so there's a few different renderings of what they might look like. That's another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then this is really probably more of what it's going to be. It's going to be a swarm. Like this. So just some renderings, and then this is I have to show this to everybody because this is the truth. This is not an alien from outer space. This is a demonic fallen angel. He is an interdimensional being, not an extraterrestrial being. Yes. So I had to bring that up just because it's in the news. But these man, this guy, I initially liked him. Yeah. And I thought, wow, he's really trying to help. He's really going against them, and he's trying to tell the truth. But now he's proven to just be one of their lackeys. He's controlled opposition, and now he's just talking complete garbage out of his mouth. And yeah, he seems like he's still on our side, but man, you got to look at the things he's doing. He's trying to make us think that this murderous KGB operative who is now president of Russia is like some nice elderly gentleman. Excuse me, he's a murderer.
Yes.
He's not a nice old man, and he went to Russia and he's trying to make out like Russia is really such a great place.
Everything is so affordable.
And it's like, talk to Russians. They don't think it's a great place. This guy is not our friend.
I think he's changed. I think that's what happened. For some reason, when he left Fox News, he kind of went in a different direction. Yes, something definitely happened.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll tell you what I think happened.
Because he started making more money, didn't he? Did he start making more money?
Well,
when he left?
Yeah, he's making tons of money. Yeah. But I'll tell you what I think happened. Is he's definitely one of them, just like Elon Musk is one of them.
Yeah.
He had one of his little rituals that he performed, and darkness visible actually showed up. The god they worship.
Yeah.
Lucifer. When he did one of his little rituals, darkness visible actually showed up.
What ritual? What he did a ritual?
Well, the rituals they do. right?
Oh.
I've talked about this, I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but you're like, when he did that, and I'm
Well,
like, when did he do it?
This is just speculating. I don't know what he did or when he did anything, but I'm just saying this is what I think. I think he did one of their little rituals to gain more power and more influence in the world, and got it, and he's been told what to do now. And he's doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never know.
That's what I think. So, and then, on to the cognitive dissonance in the West, the Western world. I got to remind everyone of this, right? The 3 phases of Muslim integration. Phase 1 in the U.S. right now: few in number, oppressed, play the victim, claim Islamophobia. They're tolerant, loving, wonderful people. But then as soon as they become a large minority, they become indignant Islam. They're threatening, they're demanding Sharia law, they're intolerant of infidels. This is what's going on in Europe right now. This is why we've got this going on, where Muslims in prison force the other inmates to read the Quran and join the Muslim gangs, or else. Phase 2 in progress in Europe. And everything we've been talking about in Europe, where, France, Germany, the UK, leaking into other countries now, Spain and all the other countries in the area are being overrun by these Muslim migrants, and they're turning their countries. France is no longer France.
Yeah.
Their culture has been changed now.
Can't get rid of them.
Yeah, and this, this is what's going on. This is phase 2 in the UK, and actually the UK is almost on the edge of going to phase 3, where they're going to dominate. And because here's what's happening. I think I thought I had a thing that I had on this. Maybe it's down below, but I'll talk about it now. Here's what's happening. A lot of the English people in the UK are converting to Islam. Why? Because they're afraid for their life.
Mm-hmm.
They see what's going on. They see that their whole world is turning Muslim, and how you join them. Are you going to fight them, or are you going to join them?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are just joining them because, hey, I get to live that way, and I won't be persecuted, and I'll have to do little things, and I'll have to act like I'm praying and all that, but then I get to live. And that's why they're converting, because they don't want to die. So it's happening all over the place, just like in the prisons, the same thing in the cities. Just not as forced, but it's coming. And it really is. It's cognitive dissonance in the West. You got people in the United States still saying how wonderful Islam is, and they're just loving, wonderful, peaceful people. Go ask someone in the UK if that's the case. Go ask the people in France if that's the case. Go ask the people in Germany if that's the case. Go ask the people in Nigeria. Go ask the Christians there that are being murdered and slaughtered daily over there by the Muslims. Ask them if they're wonderful, loving, peaceful people. Because it's actually in the Quran, in the Hadith, and the Sunnah that they are supposed to kill us. In fact, that's one of the reasons that I've seen Muslims leave Islam. Even though it's a very fearful thing to leave Islam, because your own relatives will kill you for trying to leave. But that's one of the reasons that I've seen videos, people's testimony, leaving Islam because they finally read the Quran for themselves. because most of them don't, just like most Christians don't ever read the Bible. They just believe what the preacher says. And well, the Muslims just believe what their preacher says, the imams and the caliphates or the caliphs, and they just believe it. But when they actually go and read their book, they see that they're actually commanded to kill. And they're like, wait, I don't want to do this. But most of them remain Muslim because their own people will kill them if they try to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where Europe is at right now, phase 2. And they're heading for phase 3. And this is, I'm always talking about this. Why? Why am I always talking about Islam? Because this is going to be the religion of the Antichrist. I'm telling you, I've believed this for years, but after recent years and recent events, this is more and more and more obvious that it's going to be Islam that will be the religion of the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. We just went through that last Wednesday, I think. We went through why the Antichrist is a Muslim. So watch Wednesdays if you missed it, the live stream. But yeah, Slade won't condemn Dearborn, Michigan death to America chants.
And why not? Why not?
Isn't she a U.S.
She's a Muslim
congresswoman?
She's a Muslim. That's why.
She's a United States congresswoman.
So is Omar.
That won't condemn people chanting death to her own country.
And
Omar. She wouldn't talk to that reporter. Oh, you're fake news. I'm not going to talk to you. You're from Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
no,
she refuses to talk to Fox.
She didn't want to. She wasn't going to complain on it.
She just doesn't want to be cornered.
Because basically she was saying that she believes what they were chanting.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, the mayor of Dearborn. Dearborn is a city of proud Americans as they're chanting death to America. How are you a proud American if you're chanting death to America?
Wow.
This is the beginning phases, people.
I know.
Because Dearborn in Minnesota and Michigan, they have large Muslim enclaves, and those little enclaves are now in phase 2. It's just not all across the U.S. yet.
Yeah.
But give it a little while, because millions of them have come across our border, and it's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah. And another, we've talked about this before too. Remember a while ago I showed you, articles where they actually pictures of these Chinese nationals that all have the same like military uniform on, the same backpacks, the same identifying tattoos and things, where they're all part of the CCP special forces coming across the southern border illegally. Well, there's more and more and more articles surfacing about this influx of Chinese as a major national security threat. Oh, finally realizing that, huh?
Jay has a question. He said, I'm still wondering the trigger that will make people accept Islam. Right now, they don't have a good reputation in the West.
True, except what surprised me so much was after October 7th of last year, how many people actually support this murderous, rapist organization that went and slaughtered innocent people.
October 7th.
How many people actually support that now? It's like a ridiculously high number of people. It's so high, it blows my mind.
Well, they're
people
following.
Just jumped on the bandwagon. Everyone just started believing it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, they're following and they don't even really realize what they're following.
Yeah.
So the trigger is probably just going to be to follow the crowd.
Well, and here's what the Bible says about that, right? If you remember what the Bible says, that Satan comes with power and signs and lying wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Power and signs and lying wonders. These are not just little lies. This is what the world is covered in right now, and this black, putrid, smoky, vicious thing that's covering the world is the lies of Satan right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's fooled by it. And even those in this country that are not yet are going to be fooled by it if they don't love God. Why? Because in that same scripture, in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it says that if you're not given a love for the truth, if you don't love God and love his truth, that God will send you a strong delusion that you would believe those lying wonders of Satan. This is what's going to happen, Jay. All of these people, in fact, there's so many people that have got cognitive dissonance right now.
Yeah.
They are so fooled by this deception that there's nothing you can do to tell them otherwise.
Right.
And it's going to be a supernatural event, Jay. It's not going to be something that we can rationally figure out. It's supernatural. It's the lying wonders of Satan. And it's a strong delusion from God if you don't love him.
Right.
And what does it say?
That's a good answer, huh, Jay? That is.
And
makes sense.
And I want to tell you why God does that.
Mm-hmm.
Why did God do it? And why is he doing it? That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So it's because of their wickedness and their unbelief that God is allowing them to be deceived.
Mm-hmm.
And not only allowing it, but sending the strong delusion that they will believe the lying wonders of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's all right there in 4 verses. That's what's happening, and that's why, and that's what's going to be the supernatural reason for it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people, they do not want to have anything to do with God. So he's just going to allow them to be deceived by Satan.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jay said, so maybe that's the trigger, actual powers and wonders revealed. Because in Matthew, it said that people will be running around with superpowers.
Wait, what?
Matthew 24:24.
Superpowers? Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up a second here.
Matthew 24:24. Wait a minute now.
Oh.
False
they
Christ
shall show great
prophets.
Signs and wonders. If insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. And thank God, Christ. Thank God for his spirit that makes it so it's impossible for us to be deceived.
I Praise see where he got that. I see where he got that.
But yeah, because the false prophets and false Christ showing these great signs and wonders. Well, you know what it is it's the same kind of power that Satan is going to give the Antichrist and the false prophet. False prophet's going to be pulling fire right out of the sky and doing miracles. Well, so shall others, apparently. Yeah.
There you go. He was right. They're running around with superpowers.
And doing great signs and wonders, Jay. You know. They're deceiving. Big
like
time.
Marvel or something. Everybody's running around with superpowers.
Superpowers.
Zap everyone's.
That's our boy.
So yeah, this open border situation is worse and worse by the day. And then, just in case you've forgotten, Germany. What do Muslims do? You know, they're wonderful, peaceful, loving people that rape, make slaves. They are slavers and rapists. Yeah.
They're criminals.
This is what they do, especially since, you know, according to Sharia law, don't forget that a woman is not equal to a man.
Right.
A woman is equal to half a man in Sharia law. You have no rights.
What are Yazidi?
Yazidis. It's just some.
Annie, what's a Yazidi?
Some religion. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's in Germany. Abusing two Yazidi girls.
I'd go Google it, but I don't really care.
I don't think they're German.
It's some religion, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in France, a Muslim beats his 13-year-old Muslim girlfriend for not observing Ramadan.
Oh.
Or no, he beats a 13-year-old Muslim girl for not observing Ramadan in France. Yeah. Because France and Germany and the UK have fallen. And the US is right behind them. Oh, and this is, the European Parliament just adopted a new migration pact. Get this, that it forces EU member states to pay 20,000 euros for every migrant they decline to accept in their country.
Is that pounds?
Euros.
Oh.
Euros.
Oh, euros.
20,000 euros for every migrant they say, no, we're not letting you in. Oh boy. It's going to get worse. It's over for Europe. Yeah. I'm sad to say it's over for Europe. The countries that have so far not experienced this, it's going to get worse. And it's coming to the US too. I mean, nobody, when the Antichrist takes over, this is going to be worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be everywhere. And you better comply, and you better be a good little Muslim, or you're going to get your head cut off. Because what do Muslims do when they kill you? The same thing it says. What?
Love off your head.
Yes, the same thing that the Bible says is going to happen to those people that won't worship the beast or take the mark. Right? What does it say? They were beheaded.
I'm wondering if it's a religious type thing that when you kill your enemy, you have to chop off their head so their spirit doesn't roam the earth. And
there's no other religion I know of, but it's definitely been Islamic practice since Muhammad began it when he created Islam.
Yeah.
So it's been a religious thing for Muslims, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They adopted it. They had guillotines and stuff like that.
Well, I showed some pictures a long time ago of these guillotines that they have so that they can kill off all the dissenters, because they're going to do exactly what the Bible said, and they're going to behead those that won't comply. Yeah.
David said the French used to do it. Chop your head off. By guillotine, or
and in Germany too.
Well, that's what in all the old stories, the kings off with their head.
Yeah.
And beheading has been a practice. Yeah, definitely. But definitely a religious practice in Islam, big time.
Beheading is to create terror in the hearts of their opponents, said Bob.
And you know what? If they're going to kill me, take my head off, because it'll be quick.
Make it quick.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Yeah. I'll get to go be with Jesus then. So
there you go.
Let's get it over with. Yeah. So here's another one. The war on white people. This racism they're trying to create, because you can't hate black people anymore. But now it's all about hating the white people because they want racism to continue. Well, here's a CNN guest saying on live TV, that the black community felt represented by O.J. Simpson because he killed white people.
Well, he did. It doesn't matter what color they were, but they were white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is them. The black community feels a connection to OJ because he killed white people. And they're saying this, Why
She
is
probably wasn't
CNN
even
still on
old
air,
enough.
and why is this woman not in jail? You know,
And she probably isn't even old enough to remember O.J. Simpson. So
No, she's not, actually.
advocating for
I think
killing.
she probably was born then.
After.
And you know, if someone went on Fox News and talked about killing black people, oh, the whole world would be in an uproar.
Yeah.
But it's okay to hate whites now because they want to continue racism. They don't want us all to be happy living together. They want us fighting each other so they can control us.
Do you know that they actually condemn Martin Luther King Jr. when he said that we should be judged by by our character, not the color of our skin? And they judge him on that. They used to support him, but they don't.
That used to be
They
such a
don't like
wonderful
it.
thing he said,
I think
and
we
now
should-
it was
He
horrible.
said, I have a dream that one day we will be judged not by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character.
Yes.
That means that people want to be judged by who they are, not by the
what color they are. That's exactly right. You know how I judge people?
Got people going black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, and after a while we go.
Yeah.
If you don't want someone to notice you for your color, then don't go, hey, I'm white. See, look real real carefully. I'm white.
Well, and that's why I said on Wednesday and then last Sunday, I think, you know, I could care less the color of your skin.
I care about your soul.
We're human beings. We're all human beings. We're all God's children, and we're all lost souls. If we don't love Jesus, you're just another lost soul.
Right.
And I don't care what your race is,
your country,
the color of your skin, or your country, or what language you speak. I care about your lost soul.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't hate you because of the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like you, it's because of the way you act.
Your character.
Exactly.
That's right.
And then this was just like, what? Japan is embracing mass immigration because Japan so far has stayed out of the immigration stuff.
Yeah, they have.
But now apparently they're embracing mass immigration with a plan to import almost 1 million to bring in low-skilled workers.
Well,
why? Because of the low birth rate in Japan, and there's not enough young people to work. So they're going to bring in a whole bunch of workers. Oh boy.
Well, we have some.
I wonder how many people are actually.
Yeah, we can deport them from here and send them over to Japan. Yeah.
I wonder how many people really are excited to go to Japan, though, because they have those earthquakes and tsunamis.
I know. And there was just another earthquake today, a 6.5 over in Asia's area over there.
A couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't see them having a lot of migrants there or immigrants.
Yeah, Japan stayed out of it. They didn't allow immigration, but now apparently they're changing their tune. And just for grins, remember the signs. Remember the signs, right? What are the signs? When is the end of the world? Earthquakes in diverse places.
Waves and
earthquakes going crazy these days. Here's the latest earthquakes. Here's the one I was talking about. This was at 5 o'clock
Eastern.
Yeah, it was a 6.5. Yeah, that was just a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Earthquakes in diverse places. The number of earthquakes of magnitude 6.0 and greater had quadrupled in the last 100 years. And continuing
Our
to
generation.
rise.
Our generation, the 60s.
Jesus said, this generation, meaning the generation alive when all these signs happen, will not pass away till all is fulfilled. My generation is not going to die off before Christ returns. I'm really happy about that. Really happy.
Things various or unusual.
So that was all I had for that news. I've got a couple things that I want to mention that that they would hate me for and ban me for, and so we're going to drop off of YouTube. If you haven't gone on to Rumble yet, Facebook won't be bothered. Facebook, for some reason, is not banning anything or blocking anything these days.
Yeah.
They're probably just, logging it all in their database. But YouTube, we're going to drop off. If you wouldn't mind putting the banner.
Right, and just to subscribe, like, share the video.
Yeah. And if you can put the banner up, sweetie. And so the banner is going to have our Rumble channel, which is rumble.com/Bible prophecy. So if you're on YouTube and you want to stay with us, we're going to drop here in just a few seconds. And we'll stay on Rumble, we'll stay on Facebook, but we're dropping off of YouTube. So go ahead, honey.
Okay, so why is the banner up if I'm getting off?
The banner's up so that anyone is on there or watching later can see it and know where we're and know why, because the video is just going to suddenly end on YouTube.
Okay, so remove.
So remove, and then save.